The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rocks, while fear of the bridge paralyses the legs of others. Try to give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. Not easy to mouth the words, but there are just too many dredge. While Eyvind seems unresponsive, Juno nods to you. Watches the floating stones nearest the land tremble and drop back into the chasm, taking off standing there with them. The sight is terrifying, but you turn and urge the others to keep moving forward. Had to be done. Alright people, if you ain't gonna move, you gon' die. You ain't taking us with you. Is growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many in the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members fall to their deaths. The effect is spreading. No! To disturb him, Juno says, but Eyvind's concentration wavers as he looks towards you. It rumbles and a large section falls away, taking with it a number of families and prayers. Shit. My bad. The stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the rising ones in front. The rear clansmen are pushing forward in a panic. Bolverk shouts, "Knock some of those people over the edge before we all go down." We'll gasp and flee from him. "We are carrying too much," Eivor says. "We've got to get rid of something before that mender drops us all into the depths." We look around and see only people, food, and the massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only two of those are an option. Bolverk, throw that cart. Before the Varl can respond, Juno says, "Absolutely not." A distraction affects Eyvind, who falls to a knee. The entire bridge shakes and stones fall away around you. Clansmen scream as they fall to their deaths. Juno scrambles back to Eyvind's side and the stage shaking stops. Bolverk snorts at you. "Should have left those people back on the other side. At least they could have died fighting." Caravan continues forward in a fog of fear and worry. Well then, that's fucking wonderful, isn't it? There's a lot of people we've just lost. A lot. Eyvind's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff a mere 100 yards away. Again the bridge shakes but stays together. Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. "This is killing him," she says. "I won't let that happen." It is dark and cold. Ah. This was your plan. And we've done what we can, Juno says, but Eyvind is the key to many things. It was between the rest of your food or the people at the rear. All of your objections vanish. You turn to see Rugga and others from Bolverk at the back of the caravan. Food, of course. Thank you. We'll replace them in Ormsdalr, says Juno before returning to Eyvind's side. The supplies are dumped and the caravan moves forward. Fuck. A low getting rid of Rugga would be fantastic. Where did I place them in Ormsdalr?
It's hard to believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalr. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsa River. How many lives must have been lost here?
From the massive varl to the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from the crossing of the chasm. Ends are loosely strung up and gears thrown on the ground as everyone falls asleep. Manage to post a few guards out of habit before sinking down against a crate, wrapping your cloak around you and closing your eyes. Your chest aches as if from a wasp's sting. Feeling around for the cause of it, you look down between your leathery, your fingers running over a red stone breastplate. Gasping, you open your eyes to find your cloak still wrapped around you, no stone armour underneath. Caravan is still asleep, snoring more prevalent than usual. You're able to drift off for a bit more rest before facing the tasks of the new day. Unsure exactly why it struggled to get prevalent out there. Weak caravan morale causes a -1 willpower penalty in battle. Maintain sufficient supplies and rest in camp to improve morale. Yes, will do. Need to rest. We've got 25 days worth of supplies. So we need 3 days of rest. I gotta do 2 days. Oh no, I need to do 3 days of rest because you can't do it over. Yeah. Travel time doesn't count anymore. It used to count in the first game. It needs to be rest time now. It would seem. One, 2, 3. There we go. Let's check the ruins of it then. Better let someone like me check out that place. Echo says, grabbing your arm. Searching for whatever's left in ruins on the side of a cliff would be dangerous. We joined you around Frostfeller. You've never been sure of his motivations. I mean, someone like you. The throwaway type. Before you can say anything, he holds a band. There'd be no wet eyes around here if I went missing. That's a fine fact. Can't say the same for you, though. Take some others with you. Afraid I'll find something of value and run? He grins. It might have crossed my mind. Post a few others nearby and they head off towards the collapsing structure. Later you hear a building collapsing and more dust rising. Echo and the others return, but he's in a foul mood. Vain idiots, hiding out like that. Would have killed us all, and we got nothing to show for it. He storms past you. Damn do-gooders like you. I try acting that way, try saving them, and almost die for it. Well. Right then, Ivar, what do you have to say then, chum? Ivar stands stoically by Eyvind's pallet, watching the mender's breathing. He took a lot out of him. If everyone. No doubt. A lot of families lost members out there. So why even follow me? I get people killed. I'm not doing this again. If you can't see the number of people out there still alive because of you, nothing I say will change it. Nothing to say. You look down at the resting mender. Spell weaving took a toll on him. He looks as bad as me. Before Ivar can respond, Oddleaf abruptly enters the room. Good, you're here. It's the Ravens. They're trying to leave, and some of our people want to go with them. Oh, why? Nearly went over a waterfall in ships, and lost a lot of people following some Valka across floating rocks. I'm not saying any of that is your fault, but people are scared. If they've made up their minds to go, they'll leave whenever you're not looking. The Ravens have been hoarding supplies this whole time, and they're trying to take off with them. Juno and Hakon are trying to talk sense to Bolverk, so it's desperate. As you make your way out the door, you turn to look at Ivar. Another Val isn't going to help that situation. I'll stay here with the Mender.
Now stand down, or you'll be missing more than your horns. Stand down, you son of a yacht!
Different? Right, and I've got to deal with Jofdetti. Wait. Okay, I did not want to move. I need to be standing right next to them. Well, that's a bit of shit. Your strength. Where the fuck did you come from? What was the point in that? The clansmen chatter as Juno converses with the dazed Bolverk quietly. Hakon grabs your attention. Get ready for a confusing conversation. Motions to Ursa, one of Prince Luden's bodyguards, who is wiping her pitch-covered hand with a rag on her way over to you. Good timing, witch. How is it you're still alive? Is this, Hakon? Me being a witch was our secret. I'd hate to have to poison you. Whoever this woman is, she's just completely stunned, too far within moments of each other. Where the fuck did you go? Thanks for the help, Heinrich. Irsa. One word. Then she stares at you blankly. One of Prince Ludin's personal bodyguards. Just assumed she died when we lost her. Well, Ursa, I'm in your debt. Ursa appears genuinely surprised by your choice of words and cackles loudly. I'll remember that, Rook. Watch as she departs and finds Prince Ludin among the loitering clansmen. Strange, that one. Stranger than Bolverk, being as tough as a damn Sundar. I should have mentioned he's a berserk. Probably the last of his kind after Einartoft. King laughs at you with your blank look. Berserks lose themselves in the fight. They're as strong as cold bears and just as wild. Hard to say if they're friend or foe in a fight. So Mender magics us over a chasm and you two decide to kill each other. I wasn't going to let him take our supplies without a fight. But him trying to take off with supplies he tucked away. Couldn't let it happen. A cool anger glistens in Hakon's eye when he looks at Bolverk. Why does he want to leave? Says you've been bad luck ever since arriving in Borskart. Can't say I blame him for that. Two of you actually laugh for a moment. I'd bet his main reason for leaving is just to be in charge again, run jobs and keep his ravens in line. Like most of us, he's looking for something normal to grab onto. Whatever his reason, I hate that some of ours are going with him. We've done what we can for them. For the ravens, enough supplies the last couple of days. We've got a lot of mouths to feed. Ravens can make do with a couple of days of food and live off the land afterwards. That sounds about right. You've got a better head than me for these things. Now let's see what we can find and what's left of this place. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be appreciated, and hit that subscribe button for more. Banner Saga videos go up on Tuesdays, and I do Let's Plays of plenty of other games daily. So, take it easy folks, adios.